the balloon flower bracelet now. We're going to make 6 petals, 6 very small flower petals, starting from our nozzle end and working our way down as we normally do, as we always do. And you'll notice I have a whole hand length of end here because we're making a lot of petals and the air needs a place to move. So here I think this is about maybe about between 4 and 5 inches here of balloon that I left, maybe 4.5 to 5, about 5. Okay, just eyeball it and keep that in mind when you're making the bracelet. It's very important to know how much tail, okay? All right, so we're gonna make a small flower petal here, just like that. Bring this balloon down, measure both sides. Now I can go ahead and take my nozzle in, and since I have a measurement already and I have created that bubble to separate the two, I'm gonna take that nozzle and wrap it around and up and through the flower petal, and then back through again. So I have what you see here, and now because I already have a flower petal, I'm able to create the other flower petals fairly easy because I already have one structure, and this will help the friction between all the other flower petals to help hold it in place better. So I'm going to go ahead and create some more bubbles that are just the same, okay? So just like that. Okay, and then another flower petal that is just the same, holding it in place, and then I can let it go. Then I'm gonna, another flower petal just the same. I am working on my 1, 2, 3, 4th flower petal here. Just like that. It looks like I have about enough room for 2 more, like I said. Okay, so now another flower petal, just the same. Twist it, got it like that. We'll fix all of these up later. Don't worry about that. Just keep making flower petals, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna do is twist another flower petal, just like that. All right, so now if you can see here, we have some balloon left over. So what I like to do is I'm going to show you eventually how to snap balloons off, so that way you won't have to go through pulling out scissors or anything like that. Actually, we have these sliders that help cut very easy, so we don't really use scissors when we're out entertaining unless someone left their balloon cutter. Okay, so what I do is I go ahead and make sure that there's no air, so that way you don't have a popping sound. We don't like to pop when we're entertaining. Just, you know, if it's an accident, okay, but as an entertainer, you'll learn how to control the air so that way it makes the least amount of noise, so that way we don't scare the children. Okay, so now I took the air out, and now this is what you see. I have like a deflated tail here. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this all around this side here, any way I can. Now I just have a big ball, right? So now what we're going to do is go ahead and arrange these so that way they are all like a flower. I want them to be all right next to each other. Just like that. How pretty, right? Okay. So I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to show you how we make our bracelet part now, okay? So for the bracelet, for the inside of it, maybe I'll use yellow because yellow is my favorite color. So I'm going to use yellow. Alright, so I blew that much air up in my balloon. And when you blow air, when you put air in a balloon, no matter how much air, how long you have to do or how short you have to do, always burp it. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Let a little bit of air out, okay? And now I'm going to tie it. When I tie it, I like to take my 2 fingers and I like to come around with my nozzle, and then I take it and I take my thumb or whatever finger I can to push it through the middle of my 2 fingers, and I have a great knot there, okay? Actually, I put a little bit too much air inside of this balloon, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist out what I need and get rid of the rest. So let me show you. I'm happy when I make mistakes because it gives me the opportunity to fix mistakes that you may make. All right, so there's a 1-inch bubble here, like that. So I'm going to take my my 1-inch bubble, and I'm going to wedge it inside of this flower, just like that. Just like that, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I always like to go all the way to the other side, and then all the way back inside. That locks it in place. Now I know it's not going to come loose or lose air. Now I take that nozzle here, and I also go inside and pull around like this, and I hide it any way I can by mingling it inside of each of these bubbles, not each of them, but some of the bubbles as much as you can, okay? So now I have a very pretty middle of my flower, okay? And then I have all of this left here, which I don't need. When I'm making a bracelet, I want to deflate the rest of the balloon that's hanging outside of the bracelet anyways, because we don't need it. And that is why I did not pop this bubble, because I knew that I could use the top 1-inch bubble to go inside of here, and I was getting rid of this anyways. So I'm going to pull out my scissors because I have been naughty and I don't have my cutters. Okay, I don't have my balloon cutter. So I'm going to take and just cut off the end of here and let that air right on out. Just like that, okay? And now there's no air in this balloon, and there's enough to go around a wrist. So I'm going to go ahead, and when you have your, when you're entertaining and have your kids or even parents or whoever in front of you, you want to go ahead and take it like this, and we don't make it too tight at all, because remember, these are like rubber bands. We don't want it cutting off the circulation. However, what I do is I find the how big their wrist is, and just normally I'll do it on their hand, but just for the sake of you being able to see what I'm doing, I'm going to take it off my hand. I've already measured my hand, and I'm going to go ahead and twist these into place like this, okay? Make sure everything is beautiful. Detail definitely matters. Creativity, smiling, and details matters in this event. It is entertaining, so don't be too serious. I know sometimes it's hard when you're focused on doing something right. You can't smile, but you'll get used to it, okay? All right, so now I can put that on my arm, and I can walk around, and it looks really, really cute. All right, congratulations, you made the balloon flower.